going to talk about? Hello!
Episode 740. I love your pretend like I don't have anything.
Oh, I have so much stuff.
Oh, good. That's great. Is it good or duds? I don't want
I think it's good, but it's going to be a lot of me going, "Hey, Susie, what's up with this?" So get ready for that.
This will be Sarah's Jerry Seinfeld episode.
Yes.
All right. Well, but before you launch into your Jerry Seinfeld episode, okay. Well, first I wanted to tell you that my new favorite comedian, Leanne Morgan, is coming to Denver.
Okay. So I should go see her.
I mean, you should go see her, but it's at the end of October, and I feel like maybe I should go with you.
Yes! End of October. That is very close to Halloween.
But that's what made me think, you probably already have
nothing,
a costume party in the works or something.
Definitely not. Nope.
Okay.
This is very good. Very good.
All right.
And it's a great time. Yep.
Okay.
Get your butt out here. You'll be here for leaf peeping.
I forgot about that.
Right?
Right. I remember when you told me that last year, and I was like, I've never heard of that, and I've lived in the Pretty Leaves area all my life. Yeah. But then all these brainiacs came out of the woodwork being like, oh yeah, we're leaf peepers.
This feels like bird watching, the bird watching community and leaf peeping community. It's when we're not bird watching, we're leaf peeping.
Okay, but with bird watching, I get it because you're hoping to see some rare bird.
Okay,
but
but it feels like you're chasing the sunset in a way, nature, the sunset of the trees, because it's there and then it's gone, and it really is like a weekend. It's
that
very fast. It's very when you and it's cool. It's fun to see the
it
different colors change.
No, it's
how old am I?
I know.
Oh God! Don't tell younger me I was into this, or I don't know what she's going to be.
It's like it came on us all of a sudden.
I agree. And I have officially crossed over ever since I don't know if this was a thing just in the South they were being polite. I have not been called Miss at all. It's been ma'am. I've been fully in.
Oh my
I can't remember the last time it was Miss.
Oh
yeah.
Do you love that though? Maybe you're settling into ma'amhood.
I'm did these overalls say ma'am to you?
That's for sure. You're trying real hard to be a miss.
I mean, what's the gal got to do?
What do you think
my
it is?
toy collection in the background?
Sarah's on a unicycle
my
juggling.
Stunted adolescence.
What's your theory? Because it is
look
premature
old.
aging. No,
yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't know.
I would tell you, though, I don't think that's accurate.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, maybe not to you, but to...
Well, yeah, right. Compared to me, you always look young.
No, not like that.
It's true.
I mean, maybe not not... I didn't mean compared to it, but maybe not in your mind is what I meant. In your eyes. That's what I meant. That was a slip. I did not mean that. I don't even know how that came out. If it's praising me or insulting me.
Not offended.
Or you.
No.
But Eli and I went to the movies the other day. And when I say that the two people in the car next to us were toddlers driving... I mean it. I mean,
right?
they were so... I was like...
It should be
there's
illegal.
No way you have show me your ID. Okay. Right now. And
Sarah, for
so
real.
the fact that I even am thinking that makes me of course they're going to call me ma'am.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because maybe it's not your look. It's that you have a sensibility now about you,
I look like I could be get, what are you doing right now?
Does your mom know you're out?
Yes.
Yeah, because whenever I see young drivers now, whenever they have the sign on, student driver, I'm that shouldn't be allowed.
Right. I'm Lincoln?
That's funny. It doesn't seem safe.
No.
Did I ever tell you how in England you have to be 18 to drive, but you can also drink at 18?
Okay.
Both things at the same time.
Congratulations. Here you
Cheers.
go. That seems very dangerous. You should learn to drive before, so then, okay.
It's crazy to me.
Cuckoo crazy.
I like the driving part, but
yeah. But
anyway.
so I'm that seems wrong. I can't wait. There really will be a time in history where we're like, can you believe humans drove those things?
Right?
Like one of us actually got behind a wheel?
Yeah.
That will happen.
Do you think you're saying in our lifetime? Or in human
at the
history?
rate of I don't know, growth in technology
Yeah, right.
and that, I would say, I'd say within our lifetime.
Well,
I'm already looking on the road and seeing driverless trucks.
For real? I've never seen
Yes.
one.
Oh, multiple times I've seen it.
Doesn't it freak you out?
Yep, 100%. When I look over, and they're big. They're massive. One was a postal truck or something like that. And you could always tell because they have very big numbers on the top. Somehow we were in a hilly area or something, and I somehow saw the top of the truck. And I was like, oh, I bet that's a driverless vehicle. And then we pulled up next to it, and it was. And I was like, oh, I knew it. Because it looks like you could, with a drone, or something like that, get an aerial view of whatever it is and be able to identify what truck it is.
Someday, people are going to listen to this clip, and it's going to be like when Katie Couric didn't know what the internet was.
Yes, it will. What's that little ad sign? It's going to be like that. They're going to be these dummies didn't even know about,
yeah, it's so
automated,
quaint.
I don't know. Yeah.
Whatever they're going to call
churning
it.
their butter over there, ma'am.
For real. Okay. And I also wanted to tell you, I thought you'd enjoy this story, which maybe you've already seen it. It's so cute. It's about how in Australia, they wanted a way for people to report, dangerous tree branches or any kind of issue with trees. So they gave them those email addresses. Why haven't we talked about this?
This is the cutest thing in the whole world.
And then instead of people writing about broken branches, they would send love letters to the trees.
Some of them made me tear up.
Yes.
They were like, I see you, and the way that I was like, oh my God, this is the
They're in
overstory.
love.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah. And then
But we should be with trees.
That's true. And I think it's a great idea. I feel like they should do it in other places because it does increase civic engagement and just positivity.
And
then-
gratitude.
Yeah. And just noticing what's around you and stuff. And then I thought it was super cute how they must have either hired somebody or taught the trees to type because then they were sending responses to these people. And it was yes, I love this sunny day. They would just respond to whatever the person had said.
See, that is how I want AI to be used.
Okay. Yes.
Because Sarah's thinking here. You know how we've talked before on the show about how we can record the sounds that trees and different plants make, and they'll tell us when they're thirsty or all that. What if you linked that up with some AI that could give it a language and talk, and then it could be like, oh my gosh, it's so hot out here.
I got cotton mouth you wouldn't believe. Right. That would be so great. And then someone could get the email and be like, uh-oh, we better water George.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And maybe the trees would be like, hi, just writing in, just real quick.
Some of them would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to bother you.
Yeah. That's a weeping willow would be like that.
Imagine what they would say about us.
Like you and me?
Well, not
or
us
people.
specifically.
Because that's different.
Yeah.
They'd be like, those two are great. But they would be like, people, not so much.
Or maybe they'd be like, this lady keeps hugging me.
I do that.
Sarah.
Yeah. I can't help myself. They're very huggable.
When is the last time you hugged a tree?
Oh, not that long ago. Maybe last time we were camping.
No.
Yeah.
How do you choose which one?
It chooses.
She has. Oh my God. No. For real, you feel a connection or something?
I'm not going around going and you need a hug, and you need a hug.
Oh
it's more I'm in such awe of this beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
I know where it was. It was when we were. I have a picture of it. I posted it on the in that last reel I did.
Yeah.
I'm walking through the aspens because aspens have eyes on them and they look like they're looking at you, and they are the watchers of the forest. And so I'm like, aspens, you're doing such a good job watching the forest. Look at how great you're doing. Like, I just am talking to them, and I'm like, hugging, giving them a little.
I mean, at the risk of sounding a little loony, because I got a DM from one of our listeners who was like, I really love you ladies, but I don't love all of the conspiracy theories you meant. Like the aliens. I don't know. I think when you said there was a glitch in the Matrix is what pushed her over the edge. I said we were just joking. I know. I was like, don't worry.
Bring it up with Keanu.
Well, but for real, aliens, that's not a conspiracy anymore.
I know, right?
Okay.
And I also said that about people listening in on our phones, and then the NSA or whatever had that all came out, and then I got to say I told you so to the person I was with at that time, who told me that I was cuckoo crazy for saying that. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's not. I do think Brain Candy has always and will continue to keep an open mind about new information. So what's loony one day is perfect sense the next.
Yes.
But at the risk of, falling prey again to this conspiracy label, what if it turned out for real that these trees, had sort of personalities and were, because they do, how they say they talk to each other in the roots?
Yeah.
What do they call it? The world. There's some sort of play on words about plant-wide network or whatever it is.
Yes, there is. It's called mycelium, whatever. That's like the fungi one that's all connected. I can't remember.
And they're telling each other stuff, and they're saying like, "Hey, do you need water?" And they'll give the other one water.
Yes. So you tell me how that. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We don't know anything.
Right. That is the key. We don't know anything.
Well, and we are. It sounds crazy if you look at it through the lens of a human's experience. If you try to personify a tree and give a tree a human identity. Mm-hmm. But we are saying that this tree has its own identity and own, like all these things going on with it, that we have to look at not as like through a lens of a human, but through the lens of like a tree, and with like the curiosity of like, what could it be feeling that's like, maybe not feeling in our sense, but like in the way we imagine or experience feeling. Maybe it's more, I don't know, neurological impulses, which essentially isn't that what feeling is? Like, you know.
I mean, I don't speak tree, but maybe someday Babbel language learning will have tree language for me to learn.
Oh my God.
But for now I'm learning Portuguese.
Oh, Susie,
Oi, tudo
this
bem.
is great.
Yeah.
I remember this is something that you have had a goal of for a really long time.
Yeah.
She knew duas toalhas last time I checked in.
You did.
That was 2 towels. That's
I did learn Portuguese whenever I was in grad school, but you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah. And I wanted to try again. Because it does seem a shame to learn something and then it just sifts out of the old brain.
Right.
So I'm using Babbel, and my family is probably so annoyed because I do it every morning right in front of them.
It's great.
And it's cool because, number one, you hear actual native speakers telling you how to say it. And then I say it back, and it has some sort of technology in it, and it tells me if I say it right. So if I get it wrong, it's like, ah. And it kept happening with this one word. And I was like, Adam, you try it. But none of us got it. So like, we just need to work on that one.
Yeah.
But
practice
it's fun.
Makes perfect. Yeah.
It's such a cool
It turns it into a game.
It does. And I know that like some apps have used that technology too for nefarious purposes. But how great if you can gamify something that improves your life, makes you a more well-rounded person. Yes. And it's not intimidating. Because as Sarah knows, when we were in Brazil, I knew what people were saying and I could speak it. But I would turn into like, It's
the confidence part, because you weren't sure you were saying it correctly. You were speaking to native speakers. And now this is like very helpful to...
I wanted to get more confidence.
Yeah. Get more confidence in that area.
Yeah.
To know that you're saying the right thing.
But they have all different languages that you can choose from. And I know a lot of people have this goal. I remember when we did our New Year's resolutions, a lot of people said they wanted to learn a language or get better at a language. So here's your opportunity. They have a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. You get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/braincandy. Get 55% off at babbel.com/braincandy, spelled BABBEL.com/braincandy. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Yes, but I know we already celebrated your birthday, but like in real time, you're about to leave to go on vacation.
Yes, right.
I'm super excited. I hope that you received your gift from me in the mail.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm opening it tonight.
Good. I was going to say that needs to be opened. Very important before you leave.
Okay.
And yes.
I'll show you, if you're watching the video, you can see what I'm going to show you. This is what Lincoln got me.
Let me see. Oh, those are so cool.
I got really cool sneakers, Nike sneakers.
Oh, my gosh.
Because he knows about my ideas about fitness that I'm diving into, and he wanted to support me, and it's adorable.
That's the cutest thing ever. And now I'm actually kind of jealous because now you've got a kid who is going to keep you connected with all the stuff that's cool.
Yeah.
And now, like, I'm going to have to run it by Link. I'm totally selfish in this. I'm like, well, I need to, like, be like, Susie, are these shoes cool? Does Lincoln say they are? Because I'm going to end up with, like, those, like, Skechers shape-ups. And, like, he's going to be like, what are you doing, Aunt Sarah? You
What's
look
with
like
the orthopedics?
Yeah, I'm going to end up with orthopedic insoles. And,
you were right about that, though, because ever since you said that about the European sneaker, thing, it's like the red car, whatever you call it, red car effect.
You see it? You've seen it everywhere?
I'm like, why am I wearing heels like an asshole?
Why are you wearing
it's
heels?
embarrassing.
Yes.
All the like young kids are like, yikes, why is she wearing those foot bindings?
This is what gives me a little bit of hope. That and the number of people who turned up to see the Barbie movie is like this. There is hope. And I have a friend who just got back from camp. Like, all my friends work at summer camp still. I was not able to go because it was supposed to be when we were going to go to Beyonce, but then we all know what happened with that. So I didn't get to go to camp this year. But
I'm sorry.
All the people at camp were like, every single kid at camp knows about the Barbie movie, saw the Barbie movie, is all about the Barbie movie.
Okay.
Like, this gives me a lot of hope for the future generations because they're very practical and they get it and they're like,
well, they are all connected.
Stop wearing heels.
TikTok.
Stop
wearing
the Barbie foot, like all up arch. Even there is some symbolism.
Cringy.
And yes.
Well, I only saw one negative review of Barbie, and it was by a challenge cast member. Can you guess who it was? A female challenge cast member.
A female challenge cast member. Can I guess?
It's guessable. It's guessable. Someone, I mean, we're all outspoken, but like extra outspoken person.
Okay.
This is interesting.
Well, Jenna's not outspoken enough
she's
to
not.
be the one to do it, but she has the same ideas and would nod her head along with this.
Totally.
But she's not the outspoken one.
This is fun for me. The people that don't watch the challenge are probably really annoyed right now, but I'm loving this.
Okay. So, who likes traditional values?
It's kind of a sleeper hit in that regard because this is someone who has
what
traditional
age
values.
group? Is it before? Was I on the show with her before my
You
time?
were.
Or I was on the show?
I think you did shows together.
Okay.
But it definitely the same time.
I'm going to say it's something like Jen.
No. Marie.
Oh, okay. Man, I was really thinking, I was hoping it wasn't her.
She said she walked out. Yeah, she was like doing spoilers about the plot to demonstrate why it's stupid, and I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. And I was like, the way she's framing it, I mean, this sounds odd, but it's a Barbie movie. Of course it's odd and kind of like absurd.
My favorite is when the people who are taking the anti-Barbie movie comments and using that in the promo, like for here's the reason to go. Like,
Yeah.
What people hate about it is the exact reason why I want to show up. Like, it's great.
Yeah, so I guess it's literally not for everyone, but other than Marie, I heard only good things.
Okay, well, yeah. So
different strokes for different folks.
Yes, the whole point was like, I feel very, I don't even know what got me talking
my
about
shoes,
this.
my amazing shoes.
About kids being practical, not wearing high heels, any of that. They're like, come on.
It is ridiculous. I get it.
Yeah.
I get their argument.
Except your pink ones are really cute. You look really good in high heels.
That's what I'm saying. Like, some of them are cute. Maybe we could do a compromise here.
And I like wearing big, huge, gigantic platform, like, gothy shoes that, like, are ridiculous. And I don't care.
Yeah,
So,
you've been ahead of the curve on this.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Gothic stuff, update for you guys. Susie asked me what I did this weekend.
What'd you do?
Oh, I went camping, and when I was camping, I went to Gothic Mountain, and then I went to Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory, which also, I went into their gift shop, and all of their shirts, it looks like Ramble, RMBL, which is like is cute, and then like all of their shirts are like science outdoors. That's what it said. And I wanted to buy one. Susie, I was like, what? I want to buy everything in here. Everything was adorable and cute and supported science. And I was like, take all my money. And then I went to go buy the sweatshirts, and they didn't have any of my size. They had a 2XL or an extra small.
It
was like everybody got to the science stuff before. I'm very mad about this. I honestly,
very upsetting.
It was very busy, and I was like, are these all Brain Candy listeners? Because we were talking about this. I am delusional enough to think that is why they
were out of your size.
Center, was crowded that day. And
dang, do they have like an online shop?
I looked. No, they don't. They really need to get on this because I'm ready to get. And Eli was like, "You could just make a regular donation." I was like, "But I want a sweatshirt."
Yeah,
so I'm going back to get a sweatshirt.
I'm glad you got to go. Here's the deal. I keep thinking, I'm in the pump club.
Yep.
Fitness is my number one priority for my 44th year.
Yes.
And Copilot was the perfect option for me because
I love that.
I wanted a personal trainer, but here's the thing. I do not want to talk to somebody, see somebody, hear any motivational speeches while I'm working out.
I'm with you, and I've rebranded this.
Okay.
It's an accountability coach.
Right. Yeah.
I want somebody, shout out to Candace, that's my girl.
Candace is Sarah's trainer on Copilot.
I check in with me and be like, hey, how you doing? Did you do those things that, and then when I know that somebody, it's almost like the observer effect. When I know somebody is watching my behavior or not even watching, it's
you're a
helping
pleaser.
me achieve the,
You don't want to let Candace down.
I don't want to let her down. Like, I don't care. I can let Sarah down, but I cannot let Candace down. I'm telling you, the little added thing about having somebody, and it doesn't work if it's your partner. Don't do that. That's a mistake. Definitely don't do that.
This is also why Sarah has not quit Brain Candy, because she's probably had moments where she's like, that's enough. But she doesn't want to let me down.
Never,
and
ever.
she doesn't want to let the Brainiacs down.
Correct.
So
and also never quitting. So.
You're stuck with us. Here's how Copilot works. You meet with your trainer. They assign you, or, you get matched with, I should say, a trainer.
Yeah.
And then you have this call where you're like, here's the deal. Here's my goals. Here's what I want to accomplish. Here's my injury situation, if you have any.
Yes.
Or like, if you let's say you have some equipment. Let's say you have no equipment. Then they know that, and then they'll create this personalized workout program.
I'm gonna admit something. I went to a workout class, like a class at a place with Eli. I couldn't do some of the exercises.
Oh,
I was like, oh my God, I'm at that age where I have to do the modify and like the physical ability.
Well, that's all right. That's right.
So I need something that can be more at my level in a way that's not like intimidating. That's really customized.
Who wants to be embarrassed too?
I kind of was embarrassed.
Yeah, but that's the beauty though, is that I love I want to be like Arnold. So I'm loving anyone that tries, anyone that wants to put their health as a priority. Yeah. And that's what me and my coach Amanda are doing. And it's really nice. I'm really excited about it. And okay, here are the deets. You can use our Copilot link. Go to go.mycopilot.com/braincandy. That's go.mycopilot.com/braincandy. And you'll get a 14-day free trial with your own personal trainer. Yeah. So you can see what we're doing. You could join and do it with us. And since that URL is a little complicated, I'll put it in the show notes and I'll put it on our Candy Codes page on our website. So you can always access it. But I'm excited. Watch me bloom, people.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah, and it was every single thing I said. It was, remember how I was like, yeah, those guys are probably like doing science half the time, and then also like hanging out. I saw, and there was a sticker there that I almost got, but it was gigantic. They really need to make the sticker smaller. That said, it's like a bumper sticker that said "I break for scientists." And
how big are we talking here?
Susie, like big, like so big. I was like, this can't fit. Actually,
it's
fit
like
on
an
a water
8x10.
bottle. Yeah, I was like, would they need to scale them down, or they just sold out of the small ones? They need to re-up on their merchandise.
What about your bumper, though?
Well, I mean, I could put it on there.
It's taking it too far, the commitment.
Eli was like, are you really going to put that on their car? And I was like,
that's so funny.
I break for scientists. Come on, because they're all along the side of the road. As you go there, you like to go where we were camping. You pass this Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory. I said to myself, I was like, Sarah, just buy it and send it to Susie. I was like, there were two things there where I was like, just get it for her and send it to her. And now I told Eli, I was like, can we stop there again? Because I am going to I'm going to have regrets. And then we did stop there, and I asked, like, do you have this sweatshirt my size? And they said no. And then I was like, I guess I'm leaving with nothing. I need one other person to go in and be like, just get it. You know you want that. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
Fool!
You know
I'm going back. I'm going back. That's it. I'm going back.
No, okay.
But, so everything I said about them of like, yeah, these guys are like doing science and then like hanging out and like enjoying nature and going on hikes. 100% accurate. The scientists are like in like tie-dyed shirts. They're all like 20-somethings, adorable, or they're super, super old volunteers.
Oh, yeah, I love those too.
Both of my favorite things. Excited,
nice.
Young children, eager to learn about nature, or old people who are like volunteering their time and want to teach you everything and like probably know everything, but like aren't bragging about it.
I feel what you're feeling because you know that thing.
I teared up. I'm not lying.
I
love science. I love nature. I love that I talked about this on the show, and here I am.
Yeah, it feels really good, and I think that everyone knows how it is politically and culturally in America, and all the bad stuff you hear about politics feels counterbalanced by all the amazing news that's happening in the scientific community.
Like
the work they're doing is just amazing.
That is the feeling. It felt like
hope.
It was.
Remember that?
It felt hopeful to see these like adorable little scientists. Like they're like, we read every single sign that they had about telling everything about, the different equipment they were using, the different research. We learned all about those little, what are they called? Yellow belly marmots. They're these animals that live in the Rocky Mountains, and because their hibernation period has been shortened because of climate change, all marmots on average are 1 pound heavier than they were in the past generations.
Okay, so relatable AF.
Right? Now we got a bunch of chubby little marmots, and so like some scientists' job are just to weigh marmots, and there's like this little little guy holding a marmot, like and they're just it's just the cutest thing. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen. And I was like, I love science. I love that. It just feels exactly what you're saying, like hopeful. Yeah. And I couldn't help it. I got all teary-eyed, and I was like wearing my glasses. I was like, I am not going to be able to explain this to Eli. Like, I don't have the words. Look, I'm tearing up now. I
love it.
It just feels like hope.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, save the bees. But bad news.
Oh.
Get ready for this. Remember how we were talking about how, like, go pick the wildflowers, no problem? I was doing that, and I got booed.
What?
Oh, yeah. Wait, I have to dry my tears because I can't be talking about this hilarious story, but also be crying about nature and science. So, like, okay, wipe the tears.
You picked wildflowers and got booed.
Let me tell you the order of how things went.
I'm losing it.
We get to Crested Butte, this amazing camping spot, this place that is famous for having like wildflower blooms that are unlike anywhere else. It's so amazing, gorgeous. The mountains are painted. This is why they have the research laboratories out there and everything. It's so gorgeous. And so we get there and I'm like, oh my God, flowers everywhere. You know how I have like my camp vase and everything. And I'm like so excited to fill it. So we're like on this road. I drop Eli off to go on a mountain biking trail, and I got to kill an hour and a half before I pick him up at the bottom of the hill. So I'm like, I'm going to go and I'm going to collect some flowers and I'm going to fill my vase. And so I find an area of the road that's no problem for me, like, to pull over in. It's not in anybody's way because I'm like making sure like nobody's going to be honking at me because I got to move and I'm like in the middle of the road picking flowers, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like doing my thing, picking flowers, and somebody drives by in the other direction. And this woman leans out the window and goes,
drive-by boo.
Boo! Susie. I felt like I then needed to ask the next 10 people. Is it okay that I did this? What happened? It was the
equivalent of, instead of honking or giving the finger, you did the thumbs down. She did the thumbs down about your flower picking.
And booed me about my flower picking. So I'm like, I don't understand. So then we go to the Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory on the way back.
Endangered.
Well, Eli's like, did you see what they said about picking wildflowers? And I was like, no, I was trying to avoid that sign, Eli. But tell me, go on. And he said that it's because we have to keep the flowers there for the pollinators. So basically the bees and all the moths and everything. And I was like, okay, counterpoint, I add to the flowers that the pollinators are pollinating. So don't you think that I, as the planter of many like I'm going and spreading some seeds like randomly around town, like, oh, here you go, like grow flowers, like Johnny Appleseeding it all over the place. Don't you think I could pick a few?
And counterpoint number 2, this isn't like the Amazon rainforest. She's only taking a one bouquet
in the most populated, like, and I'm smart about which ones I take, and I take ones that don't have the new buds on them because I care, and I take the ones that are close to the end of their life cycle where they're going to be, like, dead in about, like, 48 hours anyway.
Right, so like geriatric
You're
flowers.
welcome as I prune these flowers so that they can grow more. I'm actually helping. And I have pruning shears. I'm not even pulling them out and killing them. I'm just pruning so that more can grow because that's what you got to do. So I got booed without, like, due process.
Due process. I cannot take it.
I was really sad about it.
I would have been too. I would have thought about that. Okay. Not that this is the same.
Oh, no.
But what? I think I felt similarly, like that feeling of like righteous indignation when you're not doing anything wrong and someone's accusing you. Adam and I and Lincoln were driving along, and do you know when they close a lane? Yes. And it says lane closes in 500 feet or whatever.
Yeah. And
you're supposed to go to the merge point.
Eli always says merge at the merge.
Merge at the merge.
Yeah.
Well, we did. We were waiting to do that at the merge point, and this motorcycle comes up beside us and says, "Can't you read?"
Yeah.
And Adam rolls down his window and he was like, "Excuse me?"
Oh.
And he was like, "Can't you read? It says lane closes." And I'm like, "Can't you read? It says merge point, dipshit."
Yeah.
And so
you want Susie in the car if somebody is
I know,
going
but
to be
Adam doesn't because
correct,
he's like,
because Adam's like me. And
No.
I'm like, that's why Susie has to honk for me.
Well, he thinks I'm going to instigate basically a feud that he's going to have to physically deal with. Right. He's like, shut up. Shh. But I am not gonna, because you're wrong. There is a merge point, sir.
Yes. That's what that little sign is for. What are you
Why would
supposed
you
to
do it early?
Right.
We're not cutting. It's orderly. He's British. They love a
zipper.
cue.
Right. They do.
Like
it's like
a
a zipper. Yeah. Like a zipper.
My point is, I replayed it so much later.
I'm sorry.
But no, I'm saying, didn't you do that about the honk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did.
You thought
and
about
as soon
it.
as I picked Eli up, I was like, guess what just happened to me?
Right.
You like these flowers? Well, let me tell you what I had to go through to get these. Shame.
Sarah,
Guilt.
stop. And tell you what I didn't go through, due process.
Due process. I don't even know if I used that correct, but it sounded right.
Yes, you did. Like innocent till proven guilty.
Yes. Thank you. I didn't even get to defend my case.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
so I was like, I can't wait to talk to Susie about this because I was telling Eli, I was like, we did a whole bit on the podcast. We were talking about how there are going to be crop circles around me. Well, now I got to do it on the down low again. Now I once again feel like a thief.
That's awful because I really did encourage it with your vase and all the. I thought this is great. She's repurposing the vase. Now bees are dying.
No problem. Meanwhile, I see like, everybody's at the fucking farmer's market buying bouquets of flowers. I'm like, oh, no problem here.
How do you think that happened?
What do you think? Yeah. How do you think these got here?
Yes.
Pollinators?
Right. It's like the people that don't want to see an animal die, but then have a burger.
Yes.
Yeah.
With their leather belts on.
I got news for you people.
Right. I don't know. I was just mad about that. So
that was a real emotional roller coaster you took me on, though.
Well, because here's what happens. Like, I talk about the things that were the great parts, and then and then I'm like, oh, wait. I'm like going through my notes of like happy things and then, not so happy things.
All right. Well, I forgot to do an ad, so I should probably do that.
Oh yeah, tell me. What are we talking about?
This is a kind of honey that wasn't made by bees, and that's honey love.
Oh. Well, I wish I could say something but it be really good.
You were trying to do a pun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason for that.
No.
There's no reason to bring a pun into this.
No.
No, but for real, here's the deal with honey love. As you know, and you're probably sick of hearing about, I am on a fitness journey, as the influencers say. Oh, and here's what happened.
Uncomfortable.
Well, for real, because, I mean, this is like silly to say, but as somebody who really doesn't do athleisure.
Right, you don't actually.
That's more really of a jeans kind of gal.
You are.
I kept thinking because I have a schedule and I'm like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this schedule. And I thought, what the hell am I going to wear? Okay, I know what my honey loves, and I'm going to have to buy a few more because let's face it, one pair ain't going to do the job in the pump club.
Right. Wow. So
seriously,
showed off her muscles.
Yeah, I am working really hard over here.
That is looking good. Oh shit, Sarah. Come on.
Sarah, you already were there. I'm just trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm trying to be as fit as Sarah. So I will be using my crossover bra, like the sports bra that they have, because it's a lot of support. And I got some big fake knockers over here.
Yeah.
And then my leggings, which are the most comfortable, the most luxurious, the most convenient, because they have like all the accoutrement you need.
And like the suck in the...
Well, yeah, and I won't look like a...
They call it like a panel, like some kind of like...
It's like a support panel or
yes.
something. Yeah.
I'm like, yes,
I love
give me all
the
panels.
Yeah, so I'm all set, and you should be too. I know a lot of people wear leggings every day, so if you're one of those people, get them for that reason. Treat yourself to the best shapewear on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/braincandy. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off. honeylove.com/braincandy. Cinched, snatched, and lifted. It's hot girl season, thanks to Honey Love, and fit girl season, if I have anything to do with it.
Yes. Okay, this is very funny. I was reading this article about a woman who, now I wish I had her name. I should have saved it and give her credit. But she recently got her master's in computer science from, I can't remember where, maybe MIT or something like that, some very good school. And she's been having a real struggle in the dating world and like has, been wondering like, maybe it's me, like what's going on? So she used her computer science skills to develop an AI program that analyzes your text messages.
This is
and
horrifying.
rates the compatibility of people
No.
based on your texts. And it's called Text from My Ex. And it's
Oh, my Lord.
fantastic. And don't you think, of course, I ran us through the machine.
No!
Susie, I didn't do it to any of my actual exes or my boyfriend because I was too scared to see what would happen. But I was like, the one relationship I'm not worried about ever going anywhere or changing at all based on any information I find out. And all it would be fun stuff, would be me and Susie. So I have to put us through the machine. So I downloaded the
I'm
program.
speechless.
I got it, and I
cannot.
have a full AI analysis of our quote-unquote relationship through our text messages.
Why are you?
No, because like they put it in
okay.
terms of like they imagine that you're like a romantic relationship. She has set it up so some of the feedback that when I read the article about this, some of the feedback is that it's clear that the algorithm assumes that it's a woman putting in a man, like a text message that they have with a man, so that it would be interesting, they said, to see if there was one where it can select gender and see if that changes, or like if it's a same-sex relationship or something like that. But there wasn't the option of like friendship. So are you ready to hear
I am dying!
you and I get when you run our text messages through the Text from My Ex app?
I feel like, okay, after like 8 years of this, I feel like unflappable. Like we've done this. There's nothing she could say. I am like scared.
I know, I was too. I was like, what if it comes back and it's bad? Are you ready? What percentage do you think? Okay, here, let me tell
how
you.
does it work? Like, what's
So
the
let me
rubric?
tell you, I don't know what, but I'll tell you the different categories that it uses. So
God.
it rates us on attachment styles, communication, sexiness, right? Highlights, I don't even know what that means. Low lights, so some positive things, maybe some negative interactions.
Okay.
Cute moments. And then the last category is like why it won't work. Or why it didn't work.
My God.
So what would you guess based on those things?
Okay, based
our
on
compatibility rate according to those things is
out of what? 100?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is tough because we are
Right.
going to get really low on the sexy category, I would think. Right? Because
This
there's
is
no
so
like.
funny to me.
There's no
Yeah,
like.
this is great. I can't wait
Yeah.
till you find out.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared. Okay. 60.
Oh my God, it's actually 60%.
Oh my God.
What? I swear. If we need to go. I don't know what game show you can win money for having these kind of skills on. I don't even know if this translates into anything that could pay you, but if it does, we should be rich because this is amazing. You guessed the exact number.
I mean.
And good job doing some mental math in your head of what. Okay, are you ready? What? How fun for us.
Stop.
I hope this is fun for other people. So here we go. It says, well, butter my back and call me a biscuit. We're off for another rocket ride of a relationship analysis. Hope you've got your safety belt strapped because based on your chat history, I'd say we're smack dab in the middle of an emotional Six Flags. Let's buckle up and check out what's happening in your text land, shall we? So attachment styles, we did very well. 7 out of 10. Our communication style seems pretty chill most of the time, like that of a sizzling fajita platter at your favorite Tex-Mex joint. And we just talked about fajitas! It's like they knew.
I love Tex-Mex. Shout out to Chili's.
Shout out to Chili's. It says that there are some spicy moments that serve up a mean interaction overall, mean in like a positive way.
I wonder what those are.
Then it'll give you like little samples of why. So,
oh my God.
It says like, I said like, okie dokie, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And you said heading home. And I said, oh, I was driving and I forgot to send this and it never went through. And you said, no apologies necessary. And like, we're just like nice to each other, I guess. Okay. Communication, right?
This is so
communication
funny.
style. 8.5 out of 10.
Yes.
It says, now we're talking. You two can chit-chat about anything under the sun, often finding common ground through shared experiences and a mutual understanding of each other's perspectives.
What do you have to do to get a 10 around here? I mean,
we should be a 10.
Maybe we're just not texters, you know?
And
like
you
we're
said,
better
rest in peace, Bobo the Wonder Dog. What a treasure. We were so lucky to have known such a special doggy. We'll love her forever. Lincoln cried a little at the news. He loved her so. And I said, that warms my heart to know she was loved by so many. Thank you, and Link and Adam, for showing her so much love. And they said that was high points in communication.
Well, it was. That's true. I mean,
you're very
we were
validating.
really communicating.
Are you ready for the next one? Sexiness. I don't even know how we got any points. 3 out of 10. The comments are Captain's Log, Stardate, 6789. This is not the kind of thirst I was hoping to encounter on this quadrant. I didn't sense any volcanic exchange between you two. Where's the flirting, people? Friend zone rating, very high.
Very high. Very, very high. That is accurate.
Some of the highlights were, it says, despite the lack of steamy chat moments, I noticed a very deep level of care and support between you two.
They basically give you 3 as like a default. Like, there must be something going on here.
Yeah, right.
Maybe they're speaking in code.
This is what the lowlights were. Where, I don't know, this was AI interpreting this with no context. I have no idea what this means, but because of this, I will read this to you guys so that you can all enjoy listening. The lowlights that gave us a 4 out of 10 on this, it says, both of you sound like people who give and take equally in this friendship. However, some dismissive comments could potentially sow disagreement. You, oh my lordy. Them, what's happening with her pants? That is the out of context text.
No, I know the context.
I have no clue what this is talking about.
We were talking about a person who we both know.
Yes.
Associated with the challenge.
Okay.
Who posts pictures.
Got it. Say no more. I know exactly what this is. That is the lowlights, apparently.
Well, they're right, because those pictures were lowlights.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Oh, my lordy.
That's what
Sarah! It's so great.
6 out of 10 for cute moments. It says supporting each other at testing times, meddling through problems together, and even sharing a laugh. It's just about as cute as it can get with you two.
Well, why did we get a 6 then?
I don't know. We should have got higher for that.
Yep. Yeah, we should have. We're really cute together. Okay, we need to spice it up and get real cute.
Start
and spicy.
sending me sexy shit, Susie. Give me some nudies. Which is funny because I actually have pictures of your boobs that then you told me to delete, which they probably would have analyzed, and then they would have given us a little higher points if they would have known. But it was can you diagnose
for
this
medical
rash?
reasons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we got 3. You know what I mean? Like that was there was a nude sent,
but
it was gross,
so it wasn't even on mine. You told me to. Do you want to hear? This is the last one. It says 9 out of 10 for why it'll never work, because our chats read like a friendly conversation rather than a romantic entry in a journal. Unless you decide to ditch the buddy talk and incorporate some wooing, this relationship will continue to exist in just the friend zone.
Well,
you know what? That sounds great for me.
Sarah,
wasn't that fun?
Here's the thing I don't love, where I think the programmer should account for this, which is that I really do feel like friendship is the bedrock of it, of a romantic relationship. Yeah, you want to bang and stuff, but I think as you age and everything, that is so much more important.
Yeah, right. How young is the person creating the AI?
And do they ask our ages or anything?
Nope, nothing. They just analyzed the...
Well, yeah, I think that matters. Chat GPT.
Yeah. Oh, but according to Chat GPT, which I was inspired by this. I was like, what else does AI say about us?
Yeah.
And they...
Rave reviews?
Rave reviews. I had to
sure?
I had to read this part because or have to mention this part because I know you were talking about the interviews last time.
Yeah.
And how like what do people think about the interviews?
They don't like them.
And not according to ChatGPT because it says that it says that it's a popular podcast hosted by Sarah Rice and Susie Meister, and it covers a wide range of topics, including pop culture, science, psychology, relationships, and personal experience. It also features interviews with experts and special guests, adding depth and variety to the content. Listeners can expect to hear engaging conversations about a wide range of subjects from the latest trends in pop culture to scientific discoveries and social issues. The podcast has been praised for its relatable and down-to-earth approach, making complex topics accessible to a wide range audience, and offers a mix of entertainment and education while making it a favorite among fans who enjoy learning new things while being entertained.
Wow.
There's more, but I don't want to bore you guys. You already know.
But same gist. Okay.
Same gist, like the nicest things.
Do you think ChatGPT reads our reviews?
Maybe.
Well, because it's like people say it's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Thank you guys so
then-
much for saying that.
Yeah, thanks
We
so
love you
much.
guys.
If you left a good review, if you left a bad one, maybe rethink that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably not listening if you left a
No,
bad
you're not.
review.
You guys
but-
are great. We love you all. But like, what do you think about our text messages? And what do you think about that app?
Okay. Well, I'll tell
Because
you what
I only did one things that were like safe, you and me. What about like somebody else?
I love it. And another thing that I love is Relief Band. And let me tell you, you love it too.
Susie.
Yeah, it's a
I
lifesaver.
didn't.
Yeah,
really,
we didn't know.
I don't
We didn't know.
understand how. I mean, I sort of understand how it works. I was trying to describe to Eli what it feels like. You know, when you get nauseous and it feels like there's a lump in your throat that almost feels like you have to swallow, and it feels like if that lump doesn't go away, I'm going to have to throw it,
Yeah.
like, puke it up. This Relief Band gives me the feeling of that knot, whatever that area is, melting away. That's how I can best describe what it feels like. So you can feel that moment where you think, oh, I should be nauseous here. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, but I'm not.
I'm okay.
I tested it. I was on the windiest roads in Colorado, fact. And I was on my phone, which is a recipe
That is awful.
for
Why would you do
disaster.
that?
Because I was testing it because I
Okay,
didn't
okay,
believe it. And I was like,
okay.
I think this is psychosomatic. I need to actually see that it works. And then I was like, oh my God. And then I didn't have it. And Eli, because I had used it and the battery died. And Eli's like, where's your band? I'm like, I got to charge
Oh
it.
my gosh,
Hang
yeah,
on.
you got to charge it.
Yes. I can't go a car ride without it now.
Yeah, well, I told this story in Doc Club, but I'll say it again. We went fishing on Lake Erie, you know, where the aliens live.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot to pack my Relief Band. Adam and I were both, we would have had a fight over it. So maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we were both like having a case of the 40s. I never had this in my life.
It does get worse. when you
Motion
get older.
sickness.
Yeah.
It was a 4-hour, we booked this boat. I was like, I do not know how I'm going to make it. But I wish I had the Relief Band because I know from experience, and I am packing it for the Bahamas.
Oh, good. You have to.
So, because we're doing
And-
another
yes.
fishing nightmare. And
It's all you need.
it's all
like-
you need. I don't know how it works. It's science again.
It's electrostimulation to pressure points that relieve. That's what I
she
think.
does
it's
know how
gotta
it
be.
works.
Yeah, and they have a like conductivity gel, and it's amazing. Like you have to use
Yeah.
that, and if you don't use that, it doesn't. It's like I was like, oh my
It's
God,
necessary.
This is what
Yeah. It prevents
I mean.
and stops nausea. So if you have morning sickness, if you have motion sickness, if you have a hangover, if you just feel under the weather, this is so helpful. So if you always have a flashlight on hand for a blackout or a first aid kit on hand for emergencies, then you need a Relief Band for those unexpected nausea moments, which I guess are now expected since I'm an old lady. Right now, we've got an exclusive offer just for Brain Candy listeners. If you go to reliefband.com and use our promo code CANDY, you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping. Go to reliefband.com and use promo code CANDY for 20% off plus free shipping.
Yes,
I don't know. It's amazing.
you're right. I love.
Okay.
I really. It was a lifesaver on this trip.
I absolutely love that analysis.
Yes. I can't believe that you guessed the exact right number.
Well, it was, because if it were like a friendship one, it would be like almost perfect, 100%.
Perfect. Yeah. But like that you actually guessed what we'd score low points on. You're like, yeah, sexiness. What do you like?
Well, because seriously, we don't even talk about sex with other people.
Nothing. Right. We don't even like about our own sex.
That's not happening.
That's so funny.
And nor should it.
We will openly talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, that's where it belongs.
Duh. But like to each other, what are we, weirdos?
I'd be like, Sarah, please stop.
Stop oversharing.
She has done
Save it for the podcast.
She has done that to me, and I've been like, Sarah, I do not want to hear about it.
Nope.
So I just think...
I do always want to hear about, Adam. And
I think it puts too much emphasis, though, on that romance, because I think that's
But like
20%.
if it were an actual relationship, that's
Don't you feel like that should be 20% of your texts? 80% ought to be, especially if you're GD married... We got things happening. We got to plan stuff.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm curious what Eli and I would get, or what X. Like, I want to know, but I don't want to know.
I can't believe you haven't done it.
No, I can't.
I'll do it with Adam.
Did it.
Send me the link to how to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll do it with Adam, and we'll see what happens.
And it's super fast, and it's super, like, I just like that. I like that women in computer science are like, I don't
Let
like
me get to the bottom of this.
Let me figure out if it's me. Oh, good. It's not me.
Yeah.
Always a nice
because if it really were a partner or an ex, there would be a villain. Like, there'd be a problem. It kind of does.
And technology is great for that, about like, like connecting people who had shared exes. And you're like, oh my God. I was contacted by an ex of an ex, and through social media, who was very validating in their experience. They were like, did you experience
Isn't that
this?
the best?
Like, yes,
it's
I
like
did.
A support group.
Oh my God. It is a support group.
Yes.
And I was like, it wasn't me. I was right. Mm-hmm. That feels like the best.
You already knew it, but it's nice to be validated.
Yeah. I was just reading this article, speaking of which, I can't remember where it was. I want to say Vice News or something. But it was talking about how there is a new trend of posting an "I'm living my best life" kind of post through social media.
What is it?
And how it's changed. That about 10 years ago or so, there was this, I'm going to post like my, what is it called? Revenge bod. Like, it was all about, I'm hot, look at how hot I am.
Sure.
And how that is now not as relevant or important as look at the fun I'm having and the cool things I'm doing, like the adventure, which, kind of positive of a change for me. But the whole point of the article was stop living in the look at how, like, showboating.
That's really hard to get past, though.
Oh, yeah. And they were giving celebrity examples of like how, like, this is what Kim Kardashian did when she broke up. This is what even like Princess Diana, like, the
revenge dress.
Yes, the revenge dress. That there's always this like desire to like show like, well, look at how good I have it. And then if you come from that place, it is never as satisfying or as.
Who says? I think it's real satisfying.
To be able to be like, look at how happy I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the partner, like how bad the partner was. If you just drifted apart, you're not trying to rub it in maybe.
Yeah.
But if someone was like, made you feel lesser than or something like that, it feels real good to not be that.
Yeah, that's true. That's for sure true. Or like belittled you in some way for enjoying those things, like be like, I'm living my best life. Yeah. It's usually when I did that those exes tried to get me back.
Right.
Yeah. One then proposed.
No.
It's like, oh, she's out. Yeah. It friggin' landed. That was what he
Oh, yeah.
We broke up and he was like, wow, she's living her best life. And,
This is, I mean, I'll talk about it off the air, but this is so fascinating to me. Because then, because you've had that experience, you know what would get their goat. Like, you already have...
I never even think about that.
Empirical evidence.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I'm just living, so that's funny.
Well, good. I'm glad. Because...
Yeah. But, like, you know...
No, they're all duds. All of them.
That. Yeah.
All of them. Yours, mine, everybody's. Everybody's ex is a dud.
That's true.
For
everybody's ex. Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what's not a dud.
Yes. Good. Great. You got to cut me off or I'll just keep talking about
No, it's because I'm sucking at this today because I'm so into what we're talking about. I keep losing track of time.
This is great. That's my one goal, that I could say things that are entertaining enough that Susie forgets that we have a job to do over here.
I think Sarah's going to take the lead on this, though, because I've seen her wearing her Jenny Kane sweater nonstop.
I am...
Here we go.
Obsessed. It's 90 degrees here, and I am wearing my cocoon.
She's wearing cashmere, okay?
Yes, I don't care.
In the dead of summer.
Because they came out with the cropped version that's everything that I ever wanted in a sweater. All I want to do is basically be wearing a blanket all the time, and that's what I get with this.
Yes. Okay.
But then I'm a crazy person about it because, like, it's ivory and gorgeous and I love it. So I take it, like, I was like, I'm eating cherries. I have to take it off. So I like take off my sweater, hang it in the other room just in case any cherry juice splashes on it.
Yes.
I even thought, I was like, it's okay. I can dye it dark red and I'd still love it just as much. It was fine. Nothing happened.
She thought it was going to be like ricocheting,
I love it that
like
much.
the JFK documentary.
Yeah. I'm like,
oh my God.
No harm could come to my amazing Jenny Kane.
Well, and the reason why she's so protective of it is because it's the opposite of fast fashion.
Yes. I refuse. I'm never doing that again.
It's something.
Now I shame Eli for it.
Well, good, because the thing is, when you invest in a capsule closet, so these pieces that'll just be with you forever and that you always have them and they always look chic and beautiful, then you don't have to throw away so much crappy clothes.
And they aren't garbage, so you don't treat them like garbage. And when I treat my things that I love nicely, it makes me feel like I'm treating myself nicely. It's like very lovely. And
they call them forever pieces. So find your forever pieces at jennykane.com. Our listeners get 15% off their first order when you use code BRAINCANDY at checkout. That's 15% off your first order. JENNIKAYNE.com. Promo code BRAINCANDY. Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about. And that code also is on our website if you forget it. And these pieces are now my staple. That's what you need.
Yeah. It's like a therapist's best friend. It feels like the uniform.
Sarah, it's so true. You make it look cool, but
getting out the old therapist sweater.
Yes, and I think it probably imbues authority to you, and
it does
credibility.
Very nice. Now I'm going to get the next I'm going to treat myself to another color because now I've got the beige one, the ivory, which goes with my tan look.
You're going down the rabbit hole that I went down. The black, the beige, the ivory.
Yes. Yeah. And I have to get the gray one because you have the gray one.
I do.
And it looks so cute. And that's going to go with my black jeans and my black Birkenstocks. And it's a whole look. I have to have it.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This is just now me and Susie talking about our clothes. Okay, what else am I talking about? So we analyzed her text, and that was amazing and hilarious.
That was.
Other things about, I don't know, AI and computer stuff. I didn't even think about this. You're not on here, which you should be. I don't know why you're not. But I'm on Cameo, and I get amazing Cameo requests that I love doing for people. Birthday messages, this, that, and the other.
You know why I'm not on there, but go ahead. Because no one wants Susie.
That's not true. You're cuckoo crazy. That's not true. I don't believe it at all.
I should do one, a $5 and just see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. And you're going to be like, oh, shit, I need to up my price because I'm getting so many requests. Exactly. Watch. Let's do that experiment. But I heard that sometimes people are using Cameo to deliver bad news. you're out of a job, or I'm breaking up with you, or
That's terrible.
I know.
I mean,
what do you think about
Do you
I've
think
never
that it's
had a
real
request
or it's
like
supposed to be
this.
funny?
No, I think it's ooh, actually that's a good point.
Because if it's real, that's hideous.
I think it's real. I think people are like jobs, like employers. That's what it said in this article. It was on NPR.
No, I'm not doubting
Yeah.
your research and your journalism. It's just hard for me to believe that.
So were aliens, Susie. And that turns out that was good, solid journalism as well.
I just can't believe someone would do that to someone else.
I know.
Because that's
and
not
as
Goldie
somebody
ruling it. No one
I've
would
been on
want
Cameo
that.
for a long time, and I do like uplifting messages, and like even people like ask me for like their own, like they get them for themselves, and they're like, yeah, just give me like a pep talk because I'm gonna do this hard thing, and like I do all these. Like,
I didn't
positive
know people like admitted to getting it for themselves.
Yeah, why wouldn't
That's
you? I'd be
nice.
like,
I don't
love
know.
it.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, this is for me. I just am going through this tough time, and I just would like,
You should do one like as a joke that saying they're fired and then be like, just kidding.
Just kidding. Oh my God, could you imagine?
I'd get a 1 star on that one, I bet.
But I want to know who you would want if you were going to deliver. Like if you had to deliver the message, like if you were telling me I was fired, oh my God, don't ever. Could you imagine? Who would you pick? And then if you were getting fired, who would you want to deliver it?
Well, would you
want Ted Danson?
No.
Why?
Because that would ruin my feelings for him.
Oh, it wouldn't like comfort you because you're like, oh.
I think it would be Pavlovian.
Oh, okay. You'd be
Wouldn't
like,
you
that
think
jerk.
that?
He's such a womanizer.
Yeah, it's classic Sam.
Classic Sam.
Do you feel like you would want someone you love to tell you bad
or
news?
like that you wouldn't like a
yeah,
villain
I would
from
want
a show.
some awful person to do it that I don't love at all. Like
No, 'cause
Johnny
it would
Bananas.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if you got Johnny Banana, if you hired him to fire me,
Oh God, that sounds awful too.
the worst thing you could ever do in my whole life. Maybe not, but like
I mean, that would be
that's
pretty PTSD.
petty.
Solid.
Yes, that would be messed up.
Yeah, okay, let me switch. I choose someone good. Maybe someone like neutral, like Kathy Lee Gifford.
Okay, straightforward. Like she's gonna deliver. Like she's like,
I don't
I'm
have any
hosting the
feelings.
roast parade, and and I'm telling you which marching band is coming, and also you're fired.
Yeah, like she's fine, but like I don't
neutral. Like Vanna White. Like
that's what I was thinking.
yeah,
Vanna.
I think that would be a good. Pat
she'd be
Sajak
nice
could also
about it.
deliver the information too, and I'd be fine. It'd be very straightforward.
Yeah.
But Alex Trebek, R.I.P. Like I'd cry. Like I would be sad if he did it.
Who's your ultimate,
like,
somebody that you love with all your heart, like Beyonce or, somebody
like a
else.
lot of people.
Who?
Like, I get
Name
weird
some
about
people.
a lot of fans. Like I get weird about
So
like
do I.
authors that like
I know Robert Sapolsky.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
cry.
You wouldn't want to hear it from him.
No way.
That's what I'm saying about Sam.
No. Oh, I'm getting like no. Okay, that's a good point. People shouldn't do that. Like
No.
they think it's better. Like when I found out about this, I'm like, why are we doing this?
It's cruel. I don't like it.
Yeah,
It doesn't soften the blow at all.
People being conflict avoidant. Like I think we
Make
have
your
I think we have a
assistant
conflict
do it.
avoidant culture.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how that
Because
happened.
people don't know how like it goes one or maybe I should say we don't know how to have healthy conflict. That it turns into yelling or finger pointing or like personalization of the issue.
I can't believe you've never been fired. I mean, not because of anything about you. I just can't believe you've gone this long.
No, I've never been fired. No.
I have, and it sucks.
Oh my God.
I cried, Sarah. I mean, this was a long time ago, but
Tell me. Of course you did. Where was it?
Fraser Crane's here. That's
Yeah.
what you're like. This was when I worked at the radio station. I wasn't fired because of my incompetence. They switched. You know how a radio station will go from pop and then it'll turn into
my goodness.
like hard
country.
rock.
Right.
Yeah, they turned into rock and they fired everybody. But it still sucks.
Stations under new management, as they say.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just not a nice feeling.
No.
But they always say it can be the greatest gift. I mean, they do say that, like, being fired is often like the impetus to like whatever the great thing you do.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm mad about it. Why have you never been fired? Like, for no reason.
Because I'm a people pleaser. I'm the one who's coming in and saying yes to every shift that people don't want to do.
But sometimes it's out of your control, like redundancy or changing of genres.
Yeah, but I've always been in retail, and that doesn't happen in retail as much.
That's good. Maybe I should do
and
that.
for secure, I was working for Nordstrom and Gucci, and like, how's Gucci going to change? What are they doing over there?
Do you have any insight? Can you tell me stuff about Gucci that I don't know? Do you recommend certain items and not go for these? Like, is it leather goods are better than synthetics?
That's a good question. I think you get your most bang for your buck in the made to measure, where you're having things like custom made for you, because
Well, who can afford that?
I mean, not a lot of people. It's
Okay,
not,
but that's like the best way to do it if you could.
yeah, because then you're not just getting a white T-shirt for $300. You're getting a custom dress shirt for $600, which is crazy. But my clients, were
I see
like
what you're
the
saying.
basketball team, like the
They needed it custom.
like exactly, and like people who have the salaries.
What do you think is
that.
just like
What I think
not
is the
worth it?
most all of anything that has the logo on it.
Yeah.
I think anything that what I think was the worst and what made me quit that job was the way that they talked about people who shopped at Gucci. And they would refer to some clients as urban clientele, and I fucking hated the
dog whistle.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, that is racist, and it feels racist, and I don't like what you're saying.
Yeah, it's coded language.
It's
for
coded
sure.
language, and I didn't like it, and it felt not okay, and it felt like
Just say black.
right, and it made me feel really uncomfortable. And even if it was like it was during the time where there was this big rise. This was right before I went in the real world. There was this big rise in like name dropping in songs about brands and things like that. So there was this big, and I saw people like do something like want to buy a Gucci belt, and they would pay with the credit card. And this is all people, like
types.
Races of people, all types of people. This is nobody in particular, that just people who came into the store thinking I need this.
A status symbol.
As a status symbol.
Yeah.
They would swipe the credit card would get denied, and then they would say, oh, can you put this much on this card and this much on this card? And they would be like, have like a kid, like a baby in a stroller with them. And I'm like, this is not.
Yeah, it's not worth
like,
it.
If you can't, there's no reason to do that. It's not worth it. And
you're not going to get a return on that investment.
No, not at all. And it made things seem more important than people and connections. And there was always this like, I felt as a Gucci employee like a status symbol myself, like object, because I would have clients that would then invite us to events as their personal like assistants and shoppers. They'd be like, oh, this is my Gucci consultant. This is my Gucci like buyer, like,
Sarah, that is wild.
Employee. Like, we were part of their staff in a way, but I would get treated like, one time I got a stay at the like penthouse of a hotel with a spa treatment because like the person who was the client was the son of a big, huge international airline owner. Like, and it was
That
like,
is
just come and stay
crazy.
and hang out here and enjoy the spa and whatever you want.
It was transactional because
totally.
you were an extension of their dick or whatever.
Yeah, like their wealth.
Their wallet.
Yes.
And you enjoyed the perk. So everyone's happy.
Yes.
Oh, that's so weird.
And then I did mushrooms one night, and then I quit Gucci because I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then I said I have to dedicate myself to helping others, and then I went to school to be a therapist. The end.
Wow, that took a turn.
That's exactly what happened. I've done mushrooms 2 times in my life. One time was when I had that like come to Jesus moment, like aha, like, oh my God, what am I doing here? I have to quit. And left that job and said, I'll never do anything that doesn't help somebody else in some way.
Do you have any Gucci items still that you got during that time? Did you have to wear Gucci?
Yes. We got a uniform. We got.
Oh, you got a uniform. Okay.
Yeah, it was these. It was.
They won't give you like Gucci clothes.
No, you get a fatty discount though.
Yeah.
So I did buy Gucci while I was there.
Right.
Yeah, and then I sold it all because like who cares? And well, I sold it because like I had one bag that I loved that was like their Speedy, like the very popular.
I know the Speedy.
Like, yes. So I had that in white. It was gorgeous. And then I got a pen stain on the side of it, and I was like, I hate everything about this bag. So I painted over it, and I made this. It made it even cooler because I had like it was like a flower design on it. It was super cool, and I ended up selling that. But I think I made it better.
That is amazing. There's somebody, I forget who it is in LA that does like that to sneakers where they buy these sneakers, but then they customize them and they add all these like things like even like a Louis Vuitton logo or something.
Yeah, I like watching those
and
videos.
It's out of their garage and they make like a gazillion dollars.
I love that.
Humans are so dumb. There's
They are.
aliens
It's like,
in Lake Erie.
Right. And why are you paying this much? It seems crazy when you do, like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Like, I have like weird things. Like I have we would get like these little pin, I have like a Gucci pin and like a Gucci belt and like the
That's
little
nice,
accessories that are like little things just because they're like going to last for forever.
Sure,
like scarf
right.
And
It's
stuff
the
like
capsule.
That. It
It is. Like, if it's a leather good, it's going to last.
Yeah, but I don't have anything that's like brandy and I do have a pair of Gucci shoes.
Yeah,
Sneakers.
but I like those. Those are so cute.
I know.
You've always had weird shame about them, and I always loved them.
I know. I never wear them because I'm like, people are going to judge
Just wear them. Why would they? They're going to drive by and go, boo.
I know. What's wrong with me that I think that? This has been a weird episode.
They're all weird. That's the thing.
Oh,
I think
God,
they're cute, and
so
I don't
weird.
think you should feel weird about wearing them. I think they look great.
And I did get those as a graduation gift to myself. Like I was like, I'm going to save up and do this. Like I would never. It seems.
Here's
so silly.
the thing, and I think this is a fair question because you always think like the end of Schindler's List, right? He saves all these people, but then at the very end, spoiler
Did not
alert,
think we were going here, but okay, yeah.
he still has a car, and he's getting into his car, and it dawns on him how many lives he could have saved if he had sold that car and used the money to do whatever in the Schindler's List he thinks. And you can get to that point, right? If you have excess, if you have more than you need to survive, where is the line that becomes abundance? And then where does it become immoral?
Yeah.
Right? So we talk about billionaires on here all the time.
Yeah.
There's like, it's like porn, you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
But where is the line? I don't know. But if you have a pair of shoes already,
Right.
using them is good because
yeah, that's true. Right.
we don't want to buy new things when we could use the things we have.
I have that. Right.
Right.
Like, why am I not using it? Right.
So I think that
That's a
I
very
think
good
you
point.
know your ethics are intact.
Oh, thank you, Susie.
Yes. Thank you all for listening to this weird episode.
Weird. I didn't even get to any of the things on my list.
Oh, no.
But those are even more bizarre because I was going to talk about sorority recruitment. And
I need to know about
fucking,
that.
Susie, I was going to ask you about that. I don't know what the fuck is going. Maybe between now and the next episode,
okay,
I
we'll
can research it and look into it because, like,
it's
weird
something
stuff is
weird.
It's weird.
Why? Okay, we can't talk about it, but it is weird. I don't understand. And there's all these like TikTok.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a whole world that we need to dive into and explore.
We do. But for now, we'll just stick with AI dating, which was...
Oh, my God.
So great. Text from my ex.
Text from my ex. You can go to textfrommyex.com and you can scan your messages. And all you have to do is you download it into your computer and then you type in the name of the contact. It pulls up that number and it scans.
You don't think this is some sort of weird, like...
No, not because I read the article. Like the article, I think I found it in NPR. Like they had interviewed her. Like they
saying that about NPR.
Well, because that's where sometimes it's like I have like 5 sources. Like it's the Atlantic, NPR,
Vox, Vice.
Everything you listen to is 30 for 30. You really want to go pointing the finger, Susie?
No, I love NPR. I listen every morning.
It's like Untold or 30 for 30. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't take it.
I'm kidding. Okay. I'm totally kidding.
Cameo, firing suck, Gucci. I don't know. Okay, we gotta go. I'll see ya. Bye.